You make moving on look like it's just so easy. Like, your ability to detach from people, places, and things that no longer serve you should be studied, because it's unmatched at this point, collective. Like, your turnover time for people, it's not one to play with. Like, and some people think that how you move through life is unrealistic, you know what I'm saying? Or they feel as though that's not something that is possible. Like, you have people who doubt you. You have people who doubt your abilities. You have people who are a little confused by how you move. But again, you do what works for you, collective. And that's the thing here. People think that, you're just out of your mind, or they just don't understand, like, how you could just move on so fast. But it's not that you don't move on. It's not that you move on fast. It's that you are clear. You have clarity about who you are in your life. And when you are clear on who you are and what you want for your life, it just gets really simple. You almost gain this X-ray type of vision for yourself. And you know what type of energies and personalities you want around and what you don't want. So when people begin to reveal who they are, just like onions, when you peel back more layers and layers, eventually you come to conclusions if a person's not for you or not. And you are not someone who stays attached. You release and let go immediately. And you may have not been someone who always was like that, collective. You may have very well been someone who would attach so easily. Like, you could have been someone who would make friends really fast, really hard, really strong, get in relationships really fast, really hard, really strong. You weren't really careful with taking your time to truly get to know people's intentions and motives and truly who they are. Like, you quickly move real fast. That's how you used to do. Move real fast and end it real fast. You know what I'm saying? Because you were still learning yourself. You didn't have boundaries and you didn't know how energy works and things like that. So, you could have been someone who used to attach so easily, and then you didn't know how to let go. But over time, you became someone who learned that, it is more damaging to hold on to energies, people, and places that continue to affect us, right? If somebody or a situation is affecting your mindset, affecting your emotions, every day you feel a way about it. Every day you're feeling sad, or you're emotional. You don't feel like yourself. If it's truly taking a toll on you, then you release it, right? You're not staying around trying to work things out and fix things that you know are not going to resolve themselves, right? You've already had your fair share of letdowns, heartbreaks, and disappointments, right? And this is why you can easily remove yourself from situations that are not beneficial to yourself, because you don't have the time or the energy to put up with those anymore. At one point in your life, you did, because you didn't know your worth and you didn't truly love yourself to not allow yourself to tolerate that. But because now you've developed this worth and this self-love for yourself, collective, you move on with grace, right? You don't hold on to any bitterness, anger, resentment. When you're done with people, you make sure you release the emotions with them as well. Everything goes. Nothing stays. That's how you move, collective. So, like, if you fall out with somebody, guess what? It's no love lost. You're releasing all of that. So you don't hold bitterness or resentment or anger towards that person, because you realize that when you hold those type of emotions, that means you still have an attachment. You're still attached through those emotions. So you've learned how to come to terms with those emotions for yourself, collective, and release those emotions right with them. So any anger or resentment that you felt with that person, it goes right with them on their way, right? And this is you now. Like, you know how to just release people when it's time to go. You don't fight, you don't beg, you're not out here doing any of that, right? And I feel like it's because you've had your fair share of these letdowns and your fair share of manipulation, right? And you understand that manipulators, they thrive off of your ability to chase them. They thrive off the fact that you're heartbroken over them or you can't live without them, right? They thrive off of you reacting emotionally, right? Because that feeds their narrative, that feeds their ego, right? And when you find yourself chasing after people or chasing after closure, thinking that you need them or letting them know that they've hurt you, you know, some people get a rise out of that, knowing that they were the one to hurt you, right? Some people check that off of their box. Like, oh, I was able to hurt them. I was able to break their heart, right? Like, sick. So once you realize that, you move differently, collective. You're not chasing after nobody. If people aren't giving you closure, you're not begging for it. That is the closure, them not giving you the closure, right? You don't hold on to anybody and attach yourself in any way, right? And this is why you can easily release, you know, and people think, oh, okay, I can just, they're like, some people really be trying to test you, collective, where they be like, they're not gonna cut me off. I'm watching me do this A, B, and C, and I guarantee they'll still be around. Like, some people really be feeling themselves too much, and then you have to humble them and show them, nope, they're no different, they're no special, right? You have your boundaries, you have your protocols for how you deal with everyone, and nobody's off limits, collective. So that's why, you know, you can just release anybody at the drop of a dime, right? Because again, you are not going to allow people to come in and disturb your peace. You're not going to come in and allow people to distract you. You're not going to come in and allow people to destroy what you've been building and working on. You're not going to allow people to turn you back around on the path that you've came too far. So this is why, like y'all see on this meme here, you can't just erase me out of your life. Watch me. That's the energy it's given. Oh, you can't do that. Watch me. Watch you, collective. Watch you erase them people up out of your life if they're bringing you any type of chaos. Okay? I love it, and I'm here for it for you. Okay? And don't stop. Be unapologetic. And you cutting them people off. Okay, listen, this message ain't gonna be for everybody, right? Everybody don't have those firm, healthy boundaries. But if you do and you enjoy this message, let me know down in the comments below. Listen, if there's your first time here, subscribe if you want to. You know, I would love to have you a part of our tribe, you know, because we be vibing over here. All right. Listen, thank y'all for continuing to support. It's Kar. I love y'all. Bye.